Well, two special talents in your room. They've been going at it for 3 or 4 years now. Can you talk about what it's been like to witness the development of both Ellerson and Spencer, similar trajectories, and came in as tall, skinny guys and developed into NFL prospects?
You know, it was a surreal moment sitting there watching these guys. They had the entire NFL is sitting here watching these two, and throughout all the years, what nobody saw was all the hard work these two put into it. And we saw them come in here. I remember when both of them. I remember sitting in Ellerson, when Ellerson came to our first football camp, and I remember the day when I dropped and stopped at the school of Spencer Brown. And now to lead all to this, when I met him for the first time, and leads to this today, you're very proud of them, and I'm very, very happy for them to see the kind of exposure they got today and the success they've had and are going to have. But I'm also proud of all the people around here that helped them get there. I mean, I'm watching Jed, our strength coach down here, that put all the time and effort and worked with these guys day in, day out. The coaches that have done things with these guys, the academic people. I mean, there's so many things that went into this day for those two that UNI was a part of, but all that mattered, I was just happy for them to have the kind of success and the exposure that they got today.
Cole, go for it.
Yeah, hello, Mark. Having watched Spencer and Ellerson go at it in practice for a number of years, what really jumped out at you about how their talent was at a level that you had that thought where they could become professional football players?
Well, I knew when my first thought of the talent of Spencer came between his freshman and sophomore year, when we came to him and said, hey, let's put some weight on and see where you go with it, and we'll get to about 255, 270, somewhere in there. We'll see how you feel, see how you look like. And within a couple of weeks, he was 275, 280, and it was like, well, you might as well keep going because you still look lean. And then the weight room took off for him, and the time that he spent in there. So I really sensed that he could be great because of the way he grew, in the manner that he grew, but more importantly, his work ethic was so strong that he put the time in, ate the extra meals and did the extra weight room lifts, and spent the summers doing the extra things, not just the things that were required. When I saw Ellerson, he really became more visible as a guy that would get an NFL type player, probably in his sophomore year. And that's when he really started. He was really frail early and getting beat around a little bit on the defensive line, trying to stop the run, and all of a sudden, the weight room took off, and the weight room became important to him, and then he got bigger and stronger. And then once he started pass rushing, that's when you knew he was going to be elite, because he could come off that edge so fast, and then it was just a matter of getting him strong enough in the run game, because he was a natural at pass rushing. And again, what Coach Pop did with him over all those years, and what Jed did with him. And there's a lot of people that should be very happy and proud of what they've done to help Ellerson grow into the young man that he is. But I'm so proud of them right now because of their parents, because of the people they are, and the families that they have. Man, I'm just excited for the families, because they're two of the greatest families and two of the greatest young men that have gone through UNI.
Thanks, Mark.
Scott.
Yeah, Mark, kind of going back to Spencer and just, 6'9". Sometimes players like that, lunge, they don't use their feet well. How did you help him grow and develop fundamentally to become the type of elite player that he is right now?
Well, I think what really happened, he's so flexible, and when he was 210 pounds and a skinny basketball player when we got him, but athletic, and really thought he was going to be, took him as a tight end originally, but he was athletic. And then when he went to 255 and 275 and had the same athleticism, the same flexibility, and then he moved into 300 pounds, and there's not many 315-pound guys that are 6'9" that can get in a stance and bend and get down low like he can. And that's what everybody's here for today. So it was it was his development came from his desire to be great. I mean, I really believe, I don't know what you asked him or what he said, but I really believe he had a passion and a dream to go for the NFL before it was even probably something that was realistic to him to think about. But once he started living that dream and working towards that dream, you know, it's all coming together for him now because of his natural athleticism and his flexibility, and now his work ethic. I was talking to his dad, and it was his work ethic that 5 years worth of work. This isn't 5 months, 6 months. This is 5 years worth of hard labor that he's put in outside of even what we asked him to do to get to where he's at today. And again, as you can tell, I'm excited as they are for him right now. I wish they were playing this weekend for us, but I couldn't be more happy for these two guys.
Thank you.
Nick.
Hey, Coach, you know, about Ellerson, he's a guy that has the natural tools. He's got pretty good, like really good burst, obviously, with how he jumped today just on tape. And he also has pretty good length. So, you knew he had the natural tools. But what was it, at least on the technical side of things, that really made Ellerson develop into such a great pass rusher, beyond just the physical traits, beyond just the work ethic? What was it that you really put on Ellerson that really made him take that next level to jump and prove at the Senior Bowl that he could hang with anyone in the country?
Well, that's a great, the second part of that question I want to hit on extremely, because I do think I have a sense of that. And the first thing I think would go back to what made him a great pass rusher is the technicality, the fundamental thing. I really think he became a great pass rusher in all the drills and that we're big here on, when you come to our practice, you're going to spend 30 to 40 minutes in Indo. And that's different than a lot of places. Most places are 10, 15 minutes and getting on to teamwork. And we put time in here. We're going to practice the full time we can, but we're going to put 30 to 40 minutes of Indo, just individual technique and fundamentals into it. And, he had a great teacher. Bottom line is Bryce Pop's a great pass rusher too. And Bryce Pop was his position coach, and now he got a one-on-one for all these years. He got a one-on-one of how to break down film, how to break down your opponent you're pass rushing against, how to use your hands in pass rushing. The detail, not just the athleticism, but what it takes to be a great pass rusher is the knowledge, the plan, and the hands, because the get-off is the talent. That's the speed and the length. That's the gift. The work and the training came from the mental mindset of how to be a great pass rusher and how to have a plan before you take off. I mean, it isn't just running and hitting people. It is setting things up for the next move. And as he progressed through our seasons, he was setting up the big sack all the whole game. He was setting up the fourth quarter pass rush to win the game when he was playing for us. And then I'll go back to the mindset, and I'm proud of right now, all the guys that have come out of UNI that have gone to the Senior Bowls and to the East-West Shrine games. They've been the MVPs. They've been the highlight of the camps. I go back to David Johnson, really gave us a brand name at the Senior Bowl because of what he did that day. And then you had Derice Fountain go to the East-West, became the MVP. And I really believe Spencer got the invite, but we had to make some special calls for Ellerson to get him in, but I think it was our brand and our reputation at the Senior Bowl that allowed Ellerson to get an invite, and I knew he'd stand out. But I really believe when you leave here, you have a very tough mindset that you've done the work. You're very confident because you've done the work. You've trained as hard as anybody out there, and you're just ready to compete against anybody out there, because we try to instill that in everybody that comes out of here. And with the talent these guys have, and to go head to head at the next level, they don't blink. They expect to be in those positions, and I hope that everybody that leaves here that's come through our program expects to be in an elite position and to be able to challenge anybody out there.
Matthias.
Yes. Good afternoon, Coach. Matheus Ornelas from Time Out Brazil. In 2020, like you have a really tough situation not playing, and how was for the coaching staff and for you, like make the players like keep the focus, especially these guys who have the chance for going for the NFL, like keep training, keep your head in place. How was for the coaching staff trying to make like everybody stay on the same page and not like have problems because like it was not competition in 2020?
Well, you know, the way I'd answer that is it's absolutely, it is one of the greatest challenges in coaching is not teaching the plays and the schemes. It's getting the mindset and the training mentality to withstand adversity. And we kind of say when you come out of UNI, you're going to have a chip on your shoulder. You've probably heard that before, but what that means to me is, you know, when we face adversity, you take it head on. You go to work and you try to find a way to train, to get stronger. And what we always tell guys is, you know, we're training to not just beat the guy out of your position or win a position. You're trying to be better than the guy that you're going to be up against that you don't even know who that person is today. And you're going to get challenged in life by some great opponents out there. There's people out there that train just as hard as you do. But when you meet them that day, you got to make sure you're prepared, that you're mentally strong enough to do it, you're confident enough to do it, and the only way you're going to do that is put the work in that creates that confidence and that will to overcome any adversity. So we're doing the same thing right now throughout this whole period with our football team. And, you know, don't worry about the things you don't control. Don't get mad about the things you don't control. Focus on put your energy in the things that you do control and overcome any adversity that's out there. So I don't know if that ties into your questions, but that's how I'd answer it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Coach.
Nelly, did you have one more?
Yeah, Coach. I mean, talking to Spencer, this is an eight-man guy. You know, he played eight-man football. I mean, he probably didn't. I don't know how much he got down in the three-point stance. It was a total building job to create the 6'9" mountain of a tackle.
He and Ellerson. I mean, what makes me so happy for both of them and for UNI is, man, that was kind of built from scratch, and both those two were unheard of and really came in with no strength, you know, but what little they had, there wasn't much there except just the natural raw ability. And from start to finish, that's a product of what we do here at UNI. And when I say what we do, it was Jed, it was Kane Thompson in the weight room. It was Stacia up here in academics. It was the football coaches and the offensive line coaches and the people you surround your players with every day have to instill that drive in them to really put in the kind of time and effort it takes to become what they've become today. And Spencer is just a tremendous story from start to finish that I can still visualize the day I met him. And really, I was driving down the road and I figured I might as well pull into this small town because it's right off the highway and I got a little bit of time, so let's pull in here and take a look at this guy and just size him up. I had no intention of offering him a scholarship that day when I pulled into the driveway of the school. And as soon as I met him and I saw his height, I saw his passion for football. I mean, I saw the same look in his eye today back when I was in high school. That little, you know, he's just a great person. And when I met the person and saw the size, I offered the scholarship based off the person I met, not the film I was watching. But thank goodness the instincts of what kicked in that day, of what he displayed, he's still displaying today, and that's why he'll play football for a long time.
Everybody pretty good?
Hey guys, thanks for everything, guys. Appreciate it.